Out in front of it, strike one.
First pitch, 107.
Line drive to center field. Number 30 is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Yeah, this game's unfair sometimes. If this ball's 20 feet to the left or right, he's got a leadoff double or maybe even more. Instead, though, this finds a center fielder's glove for the first out of the inning.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. A swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
That is the hardest first pitch to look for because you just can't wait long enough. Not only is it a hard pitch to hit, but it sets up everything else you have.
Bauer into his motion, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. Turned on down the line. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. Two gone now here in the first.
Batting third,
Gary Sanchez gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Launched to right field and deep. Chisenhall ranging back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he will stroll in there standing with a two-out double.
Well, we've seen this guy do some pretty acrobatic things out there in the outfield, and he takes a pretty good route to the baseball here, but I'm not sure that anybody catches this ball as it winds up out of his reach and off the wall.
Here's Didi Gregorius. Hit hard to short. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Yankees 1. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, guys, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. I think he does a great job of taking what's given to him. Never tries to do too much. Knows how to extend an at-bat and get the pitch he's looking for.
Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. Now here's the pitch. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And this is hauled in on the run for the out. And he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one. Settling in now, Jason Kipnis. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Splitter here, and it's taken for strike one.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third.
So with 2 gone now, here's a look at our playoff brackets. And as you can see, the Toronto Blue Jays are already through and waiting on the winner of this series. Francisco Lindor will get a shot here, and he's looking to get off the schneid. Hitless in the series so far.
And he's an important guy to get going. If they're going to have any chance in this series, he really needs to start getting a little more involved.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, Matt, there is some feeling that Jansen can struggle occasionally with pitches on the corners. I've seen both hitters and pitchers be confused by his calls on the black at times, so we'll see if that shows up in this one.
Sanchez has a play, and that's the third out. Indians go down 1-2-3. They trail this one 1-0. Starlin Castro will lead things off here as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second.
Starlin Castro.
High and deep to right. Chisenhall ranging back. Still going back. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away.
Designated hitter.
Into the box, Brian McCann, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
And he falls behind 0-2. Yankees lead this 1-0 here in inning number 2. Oh, and McCann gets into one here as he sends it high in the air and deep to right. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Yeah, just couldn't put him away right there. You'll see the sequence. He was able to foul off 2 straight 0-2 pitches, and then finally he finds a pitch that he could do something with, and he's on board.
Here's Chase Headley as he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. But he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Batting 8, the first baseman,
Greg Bird set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
You could see him try and get that leg out of the way, but this one runs down and gets him right around the calf area. Should be all right, though.
Number 99 gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Into the seats, 0-1. Bauer pauses. Here he comes 0-1. Down the third baseline. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Ready with the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Mike Napoli, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Oh, and this goes right past him. Around first, on his way to second now. So striding in, Michael Brantley, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
Boy, Michael Brantley certainly has blossomed into one of the elite players in this league. He's a good all-around talent, and in 2014 was really his coming-out party. Set
to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Hit hard up the middle, and that is through into center field, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Batting sixth.
So stepping in, Jose Ramirez, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Shot to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Batting seventh.
Lonnie Chisenhall will get his first cuts here. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a liner, but foul. Shot toward right center. And that is down for extra bases as this will get one home and maybe two. In to score from third is the tying run around third and being waved on home. And he will cross as well. And they've taken a 2-1 lead.
Batting eighth.
Yan Gomes is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
And another foul ball. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. Number 30 will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
Ellsbury is under it, and that retires the side. So 2 runs. Leading off the inning, Brett Gardner, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Bauer sets his sights. 0-1 pitch on its way. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 0-2 count and the pitch. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. I'll tell you, he's already hit one guy, and he is not afraid to work inside.
No, and as much as I hate to say it, pitchers have just as much right to the inside part of the plate as you do.
Hard liner toward short, but this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
Now batting.
One out here in the Yankees' third inning, and that'll bring in Jacoby Ellsbury. Drilled on the ground to short. Throw to first will be in time to take care of Ellsbury, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Gary Sanchez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
Boy, that is as close to unhittable as it gets.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. So they
Leading off with a drive, designated hitter, Carlos Santana.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Hit hard, but right into the shift. And the throw by Castro takes care of him for the first out.
The second baseman, number 22, Jason Kipnis.
So one away here with the bases empty. And standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Ground ball left side. Gloved by Headley. On to first, and very quickly, 2 are gone here in the home third.
Now batting, Shortstop, Francisco.
Digging in, Francisco Lindor, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. And he misses again, 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. Gregorius is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe. They lead it 2-1. Didi Gregorius is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Liner toward right center, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. So it's a two-run shot to right center. His first homer here in the series. As the Yankees move out in front here, it's now 3-2.
Well, I've got to say, some days at this place, the ball just seems to jump a little better than others. We've seen quite a few balls hit hard already. This is the first one that leaves the yard, but I've got a sense it's not going to be the last.
The batter, number 34.
Standing in now, Brian McCann. As he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field.
Now batting.
So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Striding into the box, Chase Headley. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First pitch of the at-bat. Right side, hit hard. One there. On to first, and Headley's retired. It's a double play.
The first baseman, number
Digging in now, Greg Bird. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Got him right in the back. Doesn't feel good, never does, but I can think of a lot worse places to get dosed.
Off-balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
Well, there have been some hard-hit balls in the inning already. This isn't exactly one of them, but it's going to work out well for him just the same as he reaches here with another hit in the inning, and this one's just an infield single.
Number 99 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Not his best effort that time. It's strike one. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mike Napoli is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Tanaka sets his sights. 0-2 pitch on its way. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. Into the box now, Michael Brantley. He reached on a single in his first try. Runner goes for second. Slapped hard the opposite way. But the catch is made on the line out there. Will they have a shot at doubling him off first?
And this could have really got this inning off to a great start. But it finds the outfielder's glove out there, and that runner's forced to retreat back to first.
Jose Ramirez stands in as he looks at a called strike.
And, you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Now a splitter's in there, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Chop this one right side. Reined in. And they'll get to fielder's choice play at second, but that's all.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball one.
Oh, he wanted that one. Probably should have got it, too.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And after that double in his first at-bat, you can tell they're approaching him with a bit more caution here. Well, they should.
Lifted the other way to left center. After it is Ellsbury. And that ends the inning. We'll see the speedy Brett Gardner start things out when we come back. It's the Yankees 3 and the Indians 2. And here is Brett Gardner now. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Tough slider there as he grounds it foul. Weekly hit towards first. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Now batting, center fielder.
So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
Well, I think most fans would remember Jacoby Ellsbury's amazing 2011 season. That year he won a Gold Glove, a Silver Slugger, and was runner-up for the AL MVP award just behind Justin Verlander. That was a pretty big year.
Throw to first will be in time to take care of Ellsbury, and there are two gone now.
Sanchez.
Bauer gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. Gary Sanchez is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he's really starting to hit his stride here in this fifth inning.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the leading off the inning, Yan Gomes, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Gardner on the move. And he's retired here, 1 away. Number 30 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. First pitch on its way. And he starts him out with a splitter for a called strike.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
He pulls this one into right. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. Around first, digging for 2 now.
Up next for Cleveland,
Carlos Santana will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Gardner will drift over to his right a few steps as he takes it for the second out. So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone. And standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Now a ball lined to the left side. But this will be a foul ball. Trying to hold the lead. Ground ball right side. Castro's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Tribe. Still a 3-2 ball game. Didi Gregorius will start things out for the Yankees here in their half of the 6th.
Well, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Belted high in the air out to left. Looking up is Brantley. Gone! A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the series. And it'll give the Yankees a 4-2 lead.
And about the only silver lining to this one from a defensive standpoint is the fact that it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. So you can survive it when this guy's hitting just solo shots. It's when he's doing his damage with 2 or 3 guys on base that things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Now pitching for the Indians.
New pitcher to tell you about, and it's a guy drafted number 6 overall out of North Carolina in 2006, the 6'6" lefty Andrew Miller. Starlin Castro will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. He's set. Here it comes. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And it's quickly 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first is Castro, heading for second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And the way their starter's throwing, another run here, that might be all they need. He's into scoring position now with a double.
Into the box now, Brian McCann. Had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. A 1 pitch on its way. Hit well on the ground to first. Great stop by Napoli. Got him.
Oh, what a play. And that's a great play down at first just to make sure that he gets an out right here. The runner will move up a base, but that's a small price to pay for getting that out at first. Well done.
Here's Chase Headley. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
Hit hard to short. Lindor takes it in. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Well, this is a pretty hard hit ball, and I thought for a second that he might have had a shot at the plate. But he thinks about it for a second and takes the sure out instead, and that allows that runner to come in and score.
Greg Bird stands in. Here comes the first pitch. Hot shot towards the hole. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Well, we'll take a look at this pitch again. It's a high fastball, and there really aren't too many options here. Pretty much all you can do is try to slap that thing the other way. Just a good piece of opposite field hitting there.
Number 99 will be the batter. 0 for 2 thus far. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Well, he just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
5 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Francisco Lindor will stand in to get things going for the Indians in their half of the 6th.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Tanaka's ready. Here it is on 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Now the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Gardner will get there as he makes the catch in foul territory for the first out.
Now batting, first baseman
Mike Napoli digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. And getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. And a curveball drops in on 2-1, 2-2 now. You go back to the curveball here?
I'd stay away. I'd go curveball or even slider, but I got to get it out over the plate. My job as a pitcher, expand the zone. Make the hitter swing at pitches that are off the plate.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Grounded straight into the shift on the left side. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Left fielder number 20.
That slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Michael Brantley will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Gloved by Castro. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3. They trail 5-2. Back here in the Bronx. It's on to the 7th now in game number 5. But before the inning gets underway, let's fill you in on what's happened with our game summary. Zach McAllister is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Leading off for the Yankees, left fielder, Brett Gardner.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Man, these guys have been aggressive here early in the count. And some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start in that bat. And sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
Tap fouled at home plate. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. And a swing and a miss there by Ellsbury as he's down 0-2 now. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Now a swing and a miss as Ellsbury's down on strikes for the first out. Gary Sanchez ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Now the 0-1. On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. Leading off the inning, Jose Ramirez. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gardner is there, makes the play, 1 away.
The right fielder,
Ronnie Chisenhall will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike one.
And from that man's perch in the first base dugout, more of the same.
You know, I think the calls have gone both ways, but I bet you'd have a really hard time convincing him of that.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Boy, and if anything, he's looking stronger than ever here in this 7th inning.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
2 runs, 5 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, right now, that fastball's been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
I think that's been his best pitch so far in this game. Guys just haven't been all that close to him.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Tribe, and the deficit remains 5-2. Didi Gregorius will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. First offering on its way. Grounded to the right. Kipnis is there. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting.
Starlin Castro gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. The windup and the 0-1. Chopped in front of home plate. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
The batter, number 34.
Ready now, Brian McCann. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And this is fouled back and out of play. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first will get him easily on the side. Number 30 will dig in. 1 for 2 with a double in this one.
Center fielder, number 30.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Oh, 1 is a splitter that misses for the first ball. Swing and a miss on the splitter, and it's 1-2. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell, guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all, and when he has, they've been out of the zone.
And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single. Carlos Santana will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, a little surprising you wouldn't pull the trigger on that one right there. This isn't anything fancy. Just a right over the top 4-seam fastball. Absolutely frozen.
Jason Kipnis stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Oh, that is a nice pitch right there. You kind of slow it down and give him that big breaking ball to start off the at-bat. Make sure he's not a guy that's looking to ambush that first pitch fastball.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Tanaka pauses. Here's the 0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Swing and a liner. Foul. Runners on first with one down. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. Francisco Lindor will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
A pause, and the 0-2. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Mike Napoli steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
And in a spot like this, first and second with 2 away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
Oh, good spot. On the black for strike 2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Indians strand a couple. They trail 5-2. Chase Headley will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the 9th.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Into the box, Greg Bird, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. Right side. Kipnis has it. There's one. On to Napoli at first, and it's a double play. Number 99 will stand in now with 2 away, and it's back to the drawing board here following the double play.
Yeah, and that was the 3rd of the game so far, and it's going to be really hard to win when you're just giving away outs like that.
Now batting.
Digging in, Brett Gardner. He singled his last time up. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. This one's flared toward left center. Here comes Brantley. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Michael Brantley will start it off here in their half of the 9th, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Jose Ramirez is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And this will be hauled in shy of the track for out number 1 as the runner will retreat to first. Lonnie Chisenhall stands in, was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Chop foul right at home plate. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
The catcher, number 10.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here. Well, it's not going to comfort him any, but it's fair to say he's not the first guy to strike out 3 times against that guy out there on the hill. He's just the latest in a long line of guys that have worn the hat against that man.
And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now a 5-3 ball game. And it'll appear as though we'll see a pinch runner now as Rajai Davis takes over on the base pass. Carlos Santana is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. 1-0 is a curveball that's over for strike 1. To the right side, and that's going to get through. It's a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away. Jason Kipnis is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
And with the bases loaded, why not take one for the team right there and let that pitch hit you? It could have been a run.
1 run scores. Francisco Lindor will stand in now in what could be one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game.
And what he has to do right here is put his 0 for 4 out of his mind. He hasn't had the greatest of performances to this point in the game, but he could make up for it with a big hit right here.
And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. Swing and a miss, and now the Tribe finds themselves down to their last strike. Oh, this pitch is lined into left field, and he delivers a big base hit. Oh, and he botches. And they are moving on as they walk.